Hey guys and welcome back. So today I'll be doing a $2,000 gaming PC build. So to start off we'll be using the ASRock's 970 Pro 3 motherboard. It's a quite good motherboard in my opinion, where you have a great selection of units. For one, you got 32 gig of RAM slots, you have a good setup of 6 SATA ports, you can set up Crossfire for graphics cards. It takes an AMD3 CPU. You have two standard SATA 3 port, not SATA 3, USB 3 ports on your motherboard. You will have 6 USB 2.0 ports, a Gigabyte Ethernet port, your PS2 ports, plus you will also have a card slot for a Wi-Fi card if you choose to use one. Next we'll be going with the AMD CPU. So we chose for this one the AMD FX 630 CPU, which is 3.5 gigahertz. It's the AMD 3 socket, 6 cores, and total of 90 watts. I have this in my personal build, and it is just an amazing CPU for its price. And for what I do, 6 cores is plenty. So I chose this for this build over any of the Intel, as I've had Intel in other computers and I just really didn't like them. So AMD for me all the way. Next we'll be going with the 600 watt Nexus EVGA Nexus power supply. Now this is a very odd power supply in my opinion. My one has cables that just come off it like most, but this one seems to be, it has the cables in the back, so you have separate cables that you plug into your power supply and then into your motherboard. So in my opinion, for the case that I'm using, which is actually the case we'll be using in this build, it would work a lot better. So this is a gold power supply, and what the gold means is it doesn't waste as much power as your silver, bronze, or even your ones that aren't even got silver, gold, bronze, and I think there's platinum as well. So yeah, it's a very good power supply for its price. So yeah. Next we'll be going with the, let's pick, we'll be going with the Corsair. I'll just check what these are. Bad now. These are the Corsair blue LED 120mm fans, so we'll be having 4 of these in our build. So they are 2400 RPM, and so I picked 4 of these to fill up every possible spot in the case, minus where the next component of this build will sit, which is the Corsair 80mm radiator. So I picked a CPU radiator for this build as I just love the look of them for a start. I found with my build, which is running on, I don't actually have a radiator, it's running on fans, and I found it just gets a bit too hot for my liking. So I thought, being $2,000 build, why not throw a radiator in there? So next on the list will be the graphics card. So for the build I chose 2 Asus Strix R7 graphics cards. Now the reason I chose the Asus Strix is for the price of them. They're very cheap, $175, $275 to be precise. You can get 2 of them, so you can SLI Crossfire them. That gives you a total of 8 gig of graphics, and you can't actually buy a 8 gig graphics card for under $500. So for what it's worth, I thought it'd be a good thing to add. I've seen videos, reviews on them, and they seem like a reliable graphics card for the price. So yep. So for the case, we've chosen the Silverstone window case. Now this is the case that I'm using in my personal build. So you have in the 2 photos you have the window one, which has obviously got the window in it, and the quiet. So they're the 2 options. They are both, I think there was $3 in the difference. So if you're a gaming enthusiast, you can have the window where you can look in, you can see your water cooling, you can see your fans, you can see the blue glow from your LED strips, whatever you would like to have in it. So you have two 120mm fan mounts behind that front grille, then two 120mm fan mounts on the top, plus a further 80mm fan or 120mm fan mount at the back with a 80mm holes set, plus a 120mm down by your power supply, which I do not know why, because I've got one down there and all it does is pull dust, so I've moved it. So what else have we got here? We have the Samsung Evo 850 SSD, so solid state drive. We've picked this for just to put your operating system on and just to put a couple games on, as it's good having them on SSDs for the fact they run faster. The only disadvantage is the price. Me and my friend looked just for a laugh, really. We looked at buying a 4TB one, which was $18,000 New Zealand. So it's not the cheapest thing around, but hey, they do their job. I don't have one of mine. I've got three 500 gig hard drives in mine, but I will be getting a terabyte SSD eventually. So they're pretty much just, the only reason I'd use is just for putting my Windows on, which gets me to the final component of this build. Oh, no, not the final. The Windows 10, so I chose Windows 10 as it's better than 8, and 7 to me is a bit out of date, even though a lot of people like to use it. And Windows 10, it just seems smart. It's good. I like it. And so, yeah, being it's a build from scratch, I thought I might as well add a Windows to it, which admittedly does put $179 onto the price, but hey, $179, all I would have done is add more RAM. So, yeah. The last thing is the RAM. So we picked for this the G.Skill 4GB sets, so you get two 4GB sticks. To me they actually look really nice, the way the heatsink is set. So we got two of these sets, so you have a total of 16GB of RAM, which is plenty enough for any gaming that you'd like to do. If you want, you can add more. As I said, the motherboard takes up to 32GB of RAM, so it's pretty well set. The computer will run most games that you'd want. Battlefield, it should run them at full specs, and so that'd be ultra. You can run any game that you want. You've certainly got enough storage for it, and to me this is just the ultimate build for somebody who wants to build a computer that'll last them a while, but also wants to build a computer that is practical, so it's between the both. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Now, I almost was forgetting that we have the Seagate Barracuda 1TB 7200 RPM internal hard drives, which are quite good. So I ended up putting two on this build, as you can never have too much storage. Like, you've got the cloud and you've got all the other places like Google Drive and that, but I love being able to just pick up a hard drive, take it to my friends, plug it in, and play all my games. So it's sort of, yeah, I just decided two of them was a good idea, so you can, yeah, never run out. So that was that. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. This is the first video I've done like this, so any input would be nice. Try not to be too harsh, eh? No, it's fine. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.